Lord Jesus. This is when you need the AC to kick in. Lord have mercy. I am not a fan of the summer. I love the I love how the ladies decide to show it off. I'm all for that. But Jesus, white towel weather is not the same for me as hoodie weather. What's going on, y'all? Shaman Rashawn, welcome you to the garage, home of the worldwide mechanics. Do me a favor before we even get started. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Uh, Drake album slapping. I don't even give a wow. So you don't know how anyone else feels, and you came in here yelling top of your lungs about what it is and what it ain't. That was deep, bro. That was deep. Like came in yelling, and I promise you I don't understand why, but it is part of the conversation. It feels like some of y'all. Let me address this week flows. Let me. I'm not gonna say nothing about that. Let me just Roger Bell, what up? This week flows. Like, yeah, bro. Charlie, what up, bro? Jump out the booth and take a smoke break. Yes, please, Charlie. Roll up and partake with your people. Don't apologize, King, because this has part of what it's part of where I'm going with this. It feels to me, and y'all tell me if I'm bugging. It feels to me like some Drake Iceman fans are so eager to say he's back and he's on top that they're not even really listening to the album. It feels like some of y'all don't even check. You don't care if the album is good or bad. You just want to be able to say that it is, and you don't care what anybody else thinks. Now, Flows, I'm not saying that about you specifically. The first thing you did was say my bad. So I'm not. This isn't about you specifically. I think you rolled up with a lot of hyped off a lot of sugar. I don't know what you ate before you came in here. It felt like a lot happening. It's out and they're happy they got a low. Yo, Charlie, you are violating, son. Charlie, Charlie, you are violating. If I didn't know you were such a beast, I'd tell you to shut the fuck up. But I can never tell you to shut the fuck up because you're such a beast. I never want you to shut the fuck up. But you are violating, son. I don't know how I feel about that. B74, what up? Shout out to all the mechanics. Big Sugar in the building. Tiffany Blue in the building. I see you. Jersey Rich. One time, thank y'all for pulling up. Roger Bell, appreciate you. Yeah, we're not gonna be doing this. We're not gonna be here too long because the game's on and it's hot as hell. And for me to sit in here and have all this conversation. Lyricist Global, what up? Drake's male stands have been delusional for 2 years now. It's on brand. The QAnon level devotion to his. Okay, y'all remember maybe a day or two ago, I said respect. Lyricist Global, respect. Saw respect in it. Saw respect in it. Y'all remember maybe like a week, I think. I said I hope I have fans like Drake. I hope my fans, you know, run for the border for me the way his do for him. Like, because this is crazy. These levels of devotion are just off the charts. To the 24 lurkers, do Mecca solid and hit the like. You heard Big Sugar. Come on now. You in here. You might as well just go ahead and hit the like. You're in here enjoying the conversation and say something. If you in here, say something. This is a safe space. We ain't in it, I'm not on it like that. Yeah, and they sent him. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Here's the thing. Yes, just salute. Thank you for pulling up. You listen to Big Sugar. She's talking. You do remember me saying that, and I at the time I meant it, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I take that back. Look at this. Look at this. Drake the goat. Y'all shut the fuck. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. I don't want folks like this. I don't want folks like this. I don't want folks who can't be objective about the work I do, or what I don't do, or what I mess up, or what I if I didn't deliver. I don't want folks who are just Drake the goat, child. I don't want that. It starts feeling real cultish. And don't get me wrong, I love perspective is key. Charlie, you're right. I love a great we don't dislike Drake. I don't. But anytime you critique him, it makes it sound like you think Kendrick is the greatest thing on earth. And anytime you say Kendrick is really, really good, Drake fans feel like you're slandering him. I don't want that level. Tiffany, you stupid. Tiffany Blue, you dumb. You dumb for that. I don't want that level uh of I don't want supporters like that. I don't want fans. I want supporters. I think I'm gonna start making it, there's gonna be a difference. This whole back and forth is really showing me like things are different. I'm sure it's hard for Drake to hold his head up around other rappers because he was soon suing over a diss. What about it's good music in a drought? Brooklyn Crook. What drought? What drought? There's so much dope music out right now. There's so much happening. There's so much dope stuff to go listen to. It's literally all over the place. There is no drought. There was only a drought if you miss Drake. And I'm a hip hop head. One artist ain't out. There's a bunch of other things that I can go listen to. There's tons of dope shit. Like, yo, bro, what's my man's name who just put something out? Um, Nick, not Nick Banks. I want to say Banks because I'm looking at Tiffany Banks. Oh, what's the guy's name? This is terrible. Just because I want to say his name, I'm having a brain fart. Discuss. AZ put the album out. Michael Brown, thank you. AZ got an album out right now. Nick Grant. Thank you, Rich Block. Thank you, Rich Block. Nick Grant just put an album out. AZ got an album out. Ain't no drought. What drought? Y'all are bugging. Like, what drought? It's only Nick. Yeah, Michael Brown. Thank you, Nick. Thank you too. Thank you too, King. Nick Grant just put an album out. This fire. I'm still listening to joints that y'all. I mean, I don't get this drought talk. It's only a drought if you are an industry head and a rap fan. Then maybe you pissed off. But if you're a hip hop head, things are great. Just looking up, the Locks put a single out. Like, I'm in heaven. I'm having a ball right now. B74, borderline. I think we can drop that. I saw a group chat on Twitter of a bunch of people talking about running up Drake's streams just because. Like, they didn't talk about like what songs were dope. They didn't talk about who did the production. They weren't talking about their favorite bars. It was all about just running it up. And there's a lot of beaming boy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I think a lot of what I'm seeing that's bugging me out is I know we don't get political around here too much, but give me a little grace here, just a second. Red flag Drake, all day I feel you. Like give me 1 second. Whenever I get into a back and forth conversation with not even Republicans, but with the MAGA crowd, one thing I hear them say is own the libs, own the Dems, own the libs, own the Dems. And what where it lands for me is you don't really care if the team you're on is bad for everybody, including you. It was like not healthy for everyone, including you. You just want to own the other side because you don't like one or two things that they did. And this kind of feels like that same mentality. Like own the Kendrick fans, own the Cole fans, own the whoever was anti Drake at the time. It never occurs to y'all. It never seems to occur to you guys that maybe, just maybe, did it ever occur to you that maybe Drake deserves the slander he gets? Maybe these people who were super cool with him watched him change into something that wasn't cool, what like really got to know him, saw some ucked up ways and habits and decided to distance themselves like super quick. Maybe a dude running around bragging about smashing other people's chicks isn't the kind of character you want to keep in your Rolodex or like in your immediate energy field. Like, why isn't that ever a thought? Calvin Campbell, what's up? Salute to my UK mechanic. Thank you for pulling up, King. Um, Drake is a vibe thing. Yes, I get that. I get that. Here's the other thing. Sin City's finest. What up? I'm not anti. I'm not anti what Drake does musically, but it feels like a lot of the criticism, even from me, comes from things that are outside of the music to a degree. Suing, for instance, ghostwriters, for instance, and then a lot of character issues that just don't specifically vibe with me. But I'm not telling anybody not to enjoy the music. Like, no, Drake doesn't deserve the slander. He helped a lot of people do the research. If people are crying over industry women who belong to none of them, bro, the only person I ever hear talking about industry women is him, and he's just super happy that he has access to them. And again, this has nothing to do with the music, but let's go ahead. He helped a lot of people, no doubt. He's also harmed a lot of people, and he actually talks about it. And maybe his karma's coming back around to him. Maybe all these people who have an issue with something he did aren't wrong. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I got Pharrell's jewelry in my house. Like, bro, what kind of what did Pharrell do to you besides produce for, the clips? Like, bro, this is corny. Like all these petty ways and of getting back at people. I don't, you know what? I'm going way overboard. I don't like talking about things outside of the music. B74, thank you. I do think these frames are super cool too. Thank you very much. Um, he did a lot of weird shit to say he has bad feelings about things. The Drake fan stands fall back. Damn, Vanilla Ice sold more than Kane. Yeah, and then there's that. Like, I hate the sales talk. I hate the industry talk. I'd much rather just stick to like the quality of the music, which for the most part I've always been able to do. But now when it comes to Drake, like I get dragged into all these side combos. Stop saying Drake helped. Let's be real. Most of those people was already popping. He jumped on it because they were pop. Then there's that angle. But see, these are all things of terminology. And Royal Flush put an album out. Oh man, my head is in the sand. Thank you. Thank you. Because both of those dudes are my people. I am going to check. I should have been on that album. I should have been on that album. Mac Hove did a lot of what Drake is doing. He studied these guys. Mac, yes, but he didn't study all of it. Because you didn't hear Jay bragging about smashing somebody's girl to get even with them when they did something that he didn't like. Like you dig what I mean? Everybody has their time at the top. Everybody who has their time at the top has to deal with the slander when their time is up. Nobody just exits the top cleanly. It never happens. I don't know why not since especially not since the digital age. Nobody gets to exit the top cleanly. All the slander comes out about all the slander comes out about Diddy. All the slander comes out about Jay. Slander comes out about Nas. Slander comes out about 50. Slander comes out about Kanye. Like you start finding things out. Nobody exists at the top cleanly for forever. It never happens. But you want, like, Drake stands expect him to be exempt. And I don't understand why y'all feel, why this is a thing. And then you get mad at anybody who doesn't 100% agree with the narrative. Like, I'm literally just, I'm cool. Like, you haven't heard me slander the man. I'm, I state what's known. I'll speculate on one or two things, but it's nothing that's super crazy. Like, y'all act like somebody got in my comments on Instagram and was like, "Yo, you started off this thing with hate energy, but thank you for the streams." Are you thanking me for another man's streams? Like, he's not gonna let you hit, bro. And it's only men. Oh my God. That's the other part. It's only men. It's only men who are doing this. Only men are running down on me when I say anything that isn't 100% a glowing positive review about Drake. If I say anything that I don't like, or if I'm not even don't like, if I say anything I'm indifferent to, the dudes are jumping out of the. I don't get you, dudes. It's only men. It's not women doing this. I don't. Women are not. Women are. I got women in this room. I have women in this room. Women are not reacting to Drake the way these fellas are reacting to Drake. You'd have thought I was talking about Beyonce. It's the women equivalent. It's the women equivalent of me talking about Beyonce. I promise you, I don't get it. And I hate to use the word glaze, but the women in this fan base are unproblematic casuals. The mall Akadidi types live vicariously through. Maybe it's the living vicariously through him. Maybe that's how he became their hero. And I promise you, I don't have a dog in this fight. It's not that serious for me. It never has been. But I can't get past, like, men are scaring me with the Krispy Kreme action. Charlie, talk that, bro. People have come for my head for stating facts about Drake on social media. As you say, it's only men, and I'm not going to repeat the rest of that, Calvin. They'll pause me to death if I say the rest of that line. But I agree with you. But if I finish that sentence the way you did, they're gonna pause me to death. Russia's in the building. Salute to Russia. Oh, bro, make it a point to assuming you're a bro. Make it a point to subscribe. Shout out to Russia. We've had a couple of you folks, a couple folks of your flag tap in from Russia. Please make it a point to salute to Russia in the chat. Everybody. Male baddies, Tiffany Blue, you are wild for that. Anybody who is at the top will get this type of hate or slander, though. It's the game. Lyricist Global, right? And it's not even hate. Like, sometimes it's not. Some people will just state some of the more unseemly things you've done. We've heard about how Jay and his record deals do. Like, you, maybe some of y'all are too young to remember, but the whole Beanie Siegel situation and, like, the whole back and forth with him and Dame. Like, a lot of us remember when Jay's laundry was being aired out. It wasn't all that great. You just said other rappers didn't brag about smashing other women, yet Jay's bragging about smashing. That was one beef. That was one beef. That was one beef. And he was very specific about who he was talking about. It's not a guy who does that too. And this is the other part. Y'all will conflate issues in order to move the goalposts. Like, seriously? Seriously. I said didn't make a habit. Jay did it once. You get back to that one time, and that's supposed to make it even with the fact that Jay that's Drake's main get back is to go with somebody's lady. And a lot of us men consider that sucker shit. Don't forget, Jay ended up having to apologize for that. He did it once and never did it again and ended up apologizing for doing it. But you left that part out trying to make this point. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Digress. Tiffany, great idea. I digress. All I'm saying is sucker shit is even being nice. Charlie, you listen, folks. I'm not again. Let me sit up straight real quick so y'all can get loaded this dope ass t-shirt. Um, all I'm saying is I don't want people list who are not objective rocking with me. Like I don't I this level of fandom or standom is scary. Yeah, baddies is Tiffany. Baddies is crazy. Male baddies is crazy, but it's only funny because it fits the number one A1 with a bullet cringe crew, and it just makes it difficult to respect the man, the movement, or the music when the people who support react like this. This is ugh. Brother, what's that? Brother, what's that? That's all. The Maddies, male baddies, the Maddies. Draddies is funny too. B the Maddies though. Maddies, DJ all day. The Matt. I'm only coming out of this little stupor DJ all day just sent me in, so I can reply back to Brooklyn Crook. First of all, Brooklyn Crook, 100. Thank you for the shout out, and thank you for the super chat. People too invested in the drama. Adopt a universal approach to music. Take a music. What people Brooklyn Crook. If I had a mic right now, I'd drop it. If I had a mic right now, I'd drop it. That's a Calvin Campbell level comment. And if you've been coming around here, you know how high of a compliment that is. That is a Calvin Campbell level compliment. Are Drake stands Maddie's too? Yes. Yes, anybody jumping out the window to this level, anybody, the main difference I see between the Drake stands and the Kendrick stands are the Kendrick stands are leaning on music. It doesn't have a lot to do with much else. They lean on the stats. They lean on his tours, the way his albums sound, and like it's way more about that than it is about everything else. They talk about Pulitzer Prize and like who supports him and the social context of it. Like there's way more of that than they. But some of them definitely they do go overboard, but both sides are going overboard. But living by culture over metrics, Sin City's finest. Thank you. Culture over metrics. That's what it feels like. It feels like they're hyping up a cultural element. Their argument doesn't turn into who streamed more, who's got more numbers, who's richer. Like when I start hearing stuff like that, who's richer? Like, yo, bro, first of all, I don't even play like that. But if you go check the numbers, I hate the fact that I'm even about to say this, but if you go check the numbers and see the drop off between week one and week two of Iceman, and then go check what Kendrick Gen X did, like just go look. Like I'll give you a hint. One of them inclined and the other one didn't. I don't agree that Drake edged GNX, but I'm not mad at the clips. I'm not mad at the clips talk though. I can see there's an argument to be made for that clips project. I need to get into the Nick Grant album, so I won't even comment on that. But why do broke men always want to talk about other men's money? Great question. Great. Do you remember the needle doesn't move? Do you remember? Do you guys remember when it was months ago? I think we were having a conversation. I think we were talking about academics, and one of his people came in here and said, "Yo, Mac, show $30,000 on camera right now." And then a little while ago, somebody came in here and was like, "Are you rich or not?" And that's the kind of weird ass energy that I'm talking about. The very unmanly, unseemly, cringy, unmanly things that I've seen men do on behalf of some of these people. It's strange. It's strange. I don't know. I can't relate. And this is the kind of these are the kind of people that are attracted to the kind of people to the act to the ice to the Drakes of the world. This is their fan base, and this looks the Maddies are crazy, and I don't want Maddies. I prefer mechanics. With that said, I'm dropping it right there. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, mothers and misters, bunions and blisters, I want to thank you for pulling up to this 7 p.m. episode of the Garage. One time for all the mechanics. You already know what it is. Hit the likes, hit the subs, hit the likes, hit the subs, hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. We will pull back around here at 5 o'clock tomorrow, God willing, if some of these meetings don't run long. But just in case they do, hit that alert so you know when I'm pulling up. We can pull up and continue to have this conversation. I'm going to run down into the comments and have this continue this talk with you immediately following this. Jid versus J. Cole. Thank you, Rio. Jid versus J. Cole. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. And please remind me. Don't let it slip my mind, because more of these Maddies will be pulling up on me, and next thing you know, I'll completely lose my top again. Completely lose the point. But tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit the alarm, hit the little, I don't know where it is, but hit the little bell so you know when I'm pulling up. And we'll get right back into this and keep talking this good hip hop stuff. I want to thank everybody for pulling up for me. Shout out to Russia, shout out to the UK, shout out to the mechanics worldwide. And I will see you pulling up. Calvin is a champ. I will see you guys pulling up tomorrow, God willing. Until then, hang up your coveralls, hang up your tool belt. Let's get this thing off the rack and see where we at. The garage is now officially closed for the evening.